hang out on. It's live. We can talk to each other about video games and things.
Yay!
And stuff and shit.
Well, we've somehow managed to get a full house, guys. That's pretty impressive for the first time we've ever done this.
Remarkable.
We'll start with you, Chunt, as your face is popping up all over my screen. How you doing, mate?
I am fantastic. I have just finished a video for GamePlug. Guess what I just did?
Did you put a hat on your head?
Oh, Pip Pip Peru, yes.
Well, what did you do?
Did you buy it, Pip-Boy?
Yes, get it? Yes, someone's on the clue, yes. I just finished editing my Pip-Boy review.
I got it.
Yeah. So I'll be uploading that as soon as we're done here.
Cool. More content. Next up, Dan. You've been away in America. How was that?
Yep. How are we, crew? America was great. I ended up going to Kamikaze on a whim, so that was fun.
Awesome.
Just like Chunt, uploaded my 2K16 review up tonight, so that should be up at the moment. So people should go watch that.
Yeah, man, check it out. Good job.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Content rolling in left, right, and centre. Alana, how you sat there in your purple t-shirt that is in the corner of my left eye?
Purple shirt. I'm actually in the middle of editing a video. I've had to re-record it like 6 times because of problems with my mic, and then with my phone, and then with my new phone. But I think I finally got it, so that should be going up in the next few days.
Awesome. And Lauren,
Go Perseverance.
gracing us with your presence on a podcast. This is incredible.
Yeah, write it down in the books.
What have you been up to, Lauren?
Not much. I have been recording / editing also. Surprise, surprise. The Juggernog unboxing. Juggernog edition.
How's the fridge going? What have you got in it so far?
It's great. I have some chocolate that melted. Water bottle and a can of Coke.
Did it melt in the fridge? That's kind of
No, it
done.
didn't melt in the fridge. I mean, I hope not.
Well, that's
It's kind
coming
of-
up in the next couple of days as well, so that's literally content coming from everybody, which is incredible.
Yeah, look at us.
But-
We're so productive.
Yeah, I know, it's great. Ride that wave while we've got it. So we're going to have a chat about a few things today. First off is Paris Games Week, because Dan, as the trademark PlayStation fan among us, has some things to say about it. So we'll start with you, Dan. Paris Games Week. What got you ticking?
I think Quantum Dream. That was. I think everyone expected it, but I think that was. It's not what I thought it was going to be. Just with the last few things, they've been showing that the tech with the old man and that old sorcery tech demo that they showed. I didn't think they'd go back to the Kara tech demo that they did, which was, I think it was in like 2012. And
Yeah, ages ago.
when you watch that Kara demo, at the start of it, it says this is not for a particular game. This is just for a tech demo.
Mm.
So I have a feeling that they've kind of gone to David Cage and said, you know, because Beyond Two Souls wasn't critically acclaimed like Heavy Rain was, and it wouldn't surprise me if they said, hey, do you have any more ideas for this Kara thing that you created?
Yeah.
So that interested me. It was like a week ago. That's like a year. Trying to think of all the other ones I'm doing, because I'm doing that developer series, so I tried to take as much notice as possible. You also had the Dreams from Medium Mole. That looks weird. I
I
don't
think it's going to fail. It's going to be a commercial failure. I don't know what they've got them doing. They're wasting good talent making a shit game.
I mean, it's one of those things where I'm going to bring this to movies for a second. When you have someone that has an endless amount of time to make a movie, creative people tend to procrastinate and just go crazy. But when you give them a timeline to do something, they harness all their energies into specific areas. And I feel like they've said to Media Molecule, Little Big Planet did great, Tearaway did great. Here, just have a free reign, do whatever you want. And I think they're doing whatever they want, and it's just going crazy. There's a couple of good VR stuff as well, Paris Games Week, that I liked, but I'll let you guys talk.
Yeah, I don't know how. What they showed for the VR stuff, right, was cool. It was good stuff. It was engaging, which I quite liked. Like, it's like they actually managed to put a trailer out to kind of encapsulate what VR is going to be for PlayStation. But the games didn't look overly impressive. yes, okay, we can get immersion, but it doesn't look like there's anything there that I want to be immersed in particularly. Like you said, for me, Quantic Dream, we were both expecting it. We were both looking forward to what they shown, and yeah, I'm really excited for that. I think it'll be pretty awesome. Guys, anybody else got any sort of ideas about Paris Games Week? Anything you saw that you thought, shit, that was pretty cool?
Yeah, there was a few for me.
I didn't really follow it, but you want to go first, Chunt?
Sorry. Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, I just that what was that game with that barbarian chick fighting the robot dinosaurs?
Oh, Horizon, yeah.
Yeah.
Horizon?
Yeah.
It's being touted pretty much as PlayStation's next big thing, next big series, and I'd agree. I think it looks incredibly impressive, and yeah, who doesn't want to run around another open world for like 70 hours and kill things, shoot things, figure out quest lines? More of the same next year by the sound of it.
Be a hot redhead with a bow and arrow.
Yeah, but that's probably
Pixar's
Disney,
Brave.
right? Yeah, I was gonna say Brave, pretty much Brave in a video game film set in the distant future where robot dinosaurs exist.
Sold.
And sorry to interrupt, but we also got a release window for No Man's Sky, which was not this year, Jamie, by the way.
It wasn't this year, even though I was calling it for this year. I thought they'd drop it as a bombshell because they've got nothing to compete with Xbox at the moment.
Shots fired.
No, I'm happy it's coming out next year. I said that to all of you. I'm happy I was wrong because there's too much to play now. If that had come out in this sort of 3-week period that we're just sort of in the middle of now, the last week or two and the next couple of weeks, it'd have just been pointless. I think I might have given up. I can't finish everything I've started. It's getting ridiculous.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, so it was June of next year, right?
Yeah, June. Which is, I think they said VR is coming out in the first half of next year, so we'll see where No Man's Sky ends up in that release period.
Yeah, there's a lot of school of thought that No Man's Sky could be named for VR at PlayStation Experience, which is in 2 weeks, is it?
Yeah, it's over here I think it's the 6th and the 7th of December.
It's a few weeks further out then, 3-4 weeks. But still, yeah, I'd imagine Dan, you'll probably cover that yourself for us anyway, so we'll see what comes out of it. And second up that we wanted to talk about was the backwards compatibility list for us Xbox followers, Chunt.
Yes.
Quite an interesting one.
All gamers.
Yeah, just that talking core experience. We all play on most things. There's no fanboys climbing out of anybody's bodies here. But the list wasn't overly impressive. I sent it around to you earlier. A couple of things in there that I want to play. Lauren, I know you alluded to Red Dead as being interested. That was on there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, wasn't on there. Disappointing. Viva Pinata's there though, so don't worry.
Yeah, I think it will come eventually. Like, you've got to remember, this is the 100 titles that it's going live with next week. Like,
I want it now.
Yeah, we all want every. But how are you going to play it when you've got so many other things to play right now?
I know. I just get so overwhelmed. I just don't play anything.
That's the thing. We all buy all these things and then can't play any of them. And so yeah, it was a pretty. It's a bit of a letdown. There are games on there that are worth. So South Park Stick of Truth was on there. I want to go back.
All the Gears of War games are on there. This guy's happy.
That's all you want, something to be happy about. I can go back and finish Stick of Truth. I can 100% it without having to plug my Xbox 360 back in. What else was on there that looked quite interesting? Mass Effect 1's on there, 2 and 3 are slated to be coming early next year, probably to get people replaying them before Andromeda next fall.
Oh, yeah.
But other than that, there's really not anything on there that looks like... A Kingdom for Keflins is on there. I mean, we all like some...
Oh, yes! Woo! Oh, my God, yeah!
We can go
some Keflins.
grow villages and shit, like crazy. New games were added, though. They're going to come... I think it was December that was stated, early December. Call of Duty Black Ops, the original one, which is a suspect choice considering Activision said they weren't supporting this back compat program because they're in bed with Sony. Which is strange to see that appearing, but it's there nonetheless. A few of the games, nothing really worth mentioning, but hopefully some more will come to it. Chunt, like you said, the Gears franchise is all there. Halo Reach and Halo Wars are on the back compat list for December too.
To be fair, like this is just the launch range, and it
That's what I
doesn't
mean.
sound
It's
like
gonna
it's
be
been like in development for that long to get a lot of other developers and whatnot involved and on side. So,
Well,
I mean, as we see it go on, it's going to get better.
if it's easy as they made it seem to be believed in the fact that the developers didn't really have to do anything and that they'd be able to just stick their disc in and it would work. That sounded dirtier than I thought it would. But like when these things usually come out, you only play 5 to 10 of them anyway. Like they've got Assassin's Creed 2 and then they left off everything else because they know that people's main one that they love is Assassin's Creed 2. So it's a fine list, but as you said, we've got plenty of games to play on our actual Xbox Ones and whatnot. that we don't need this list.
No, I agree. I think it's a mediocre launch list, but I'll be interested to look in a year where it's at. And they're aiming for 1,000 by E3 next year. If there's 1,000 more games that are compatible with the machine, there's got to be at least, I know you said there's sort of 10. There's got to be at least sort of 30 or 40 that you think I'd probably play that again. Or if you already own it on your old console, you've downloaded it and put it on your hard drive for half an hour here and there. Like, that's the convenience aspect of it. And that's where it'll probably flourish, I think.
Well, they did say it wasn't just in case of just putting a disc in and downloading it. I mean, they got to sort out licensing and rights and all this kind of stuff to get approvals before they can even do it. So that takes time.
Well,
that's a publisher side. That's the publisher side. Like, developers don't actually really need to do anything. It's just getting the publishers.
Oh yeah, but
yes,
all part and parcel of the whole process. It all takes time.
Yeah, it's all running it's running by Microsoft, isn't it? Microsoft is saying we'll put the legwork in, providing you agree to, have your game go back compat. It's an emulator. There shouldn't be anything for the developers to do whatsoever. It's emulating an Xbox 360. So very little for those guys to do. But we'll keep an eye on it in coming months, see what's being added. I'd imagine there'll be a monthly update from Xbox saying that this title's going on this month, probably around the same time that we get the Games with Gold releases for the month. But we'll just have to see how it pans out. At the minute, not overly impressed, but I think it's got potential. And next, we wanted to talk about what is with all of the games. Because we've waited for a good few years to have a good few games to play, and now they've all come out in a week.
Yeah.
Or a month or two. Now, Chunt, you've been super busy.
Oh, yeah.
On the reviewing front and on the purchasing front.
Oh, yeah.
What are your thoughts on all of the games?
Well, I have a massive first world problem. I am having gamer fatigue. So, there's only so much Assassin's Creed City you can play. There's only so many times you can plug into, 2 Halo sessions to finish the campaign and get some multiplayer going. And, before that, what else have we got before then? Just plenty of other garbage. And now we've got Tomb Raider and Fallout 4 to play just today. So
Halo.
I'm just I have all these awesome things to complain about, and it's a privilege.
Yeah, definitely. Right there with you. Alana, have you picked anything up recently? Is there anything enamoring your time with this fall release window?
I really want the new Tomb Raider game. I really, really want it. And now that we have an Xbox for the first time in my life, I think I'm just going to bite the bullet and buy it on that. And it'll be the first console game I've ever bought, but it'll be worth it.
Hey, Lana.
Oh, come on. That's so mean.
Couldn't resist.
$79 at JB Hi-Fi is the cheapest I found, except the online link that I sent you earlier, which is slightly cheaper. And
Yeah.
Dan, you've just got back from America, so you're probably catching up on games.
Catching up, I'm way behind.
So where are we sitting in the release window?
Where am I sitting? At the moment, I'm at Metal Gear Solid still, so I'm a little bit far back. Still play 2K like normal, and then I've got I'm playing Uncharted with my housemate, which I'm going to review for next year when Uncharted 4 comes up. So I'm going through all those.
Yeah.
Good thing that Tomb Raider doesn't come out right now for PlayStation, so I can wait. That can be like a next year thing. But yeah, I'm not looking forward to. Well, actually, I'm looking forward to Christmas, and I might get some extra money, and I can push through January when there's nothing that comes out.
Lauren, you've been obviously chilling like cheese and chocolate and stuff in a fridge, but what about on the actual playing games side of things? What have you been utilizing this massive window for?
Yeah, I've been playing Black Ops since I got it, Black Ops 3. As well as that, I've been playing Diablo 3, Reaper of Souls, a lot recently.
On console?
Yeah, PlayStation 4. That is a great game. Great game.
It stole roughly.
It's so much fun. It's addictive.
It took 300 hours of my life when Reaper of Souls came out. I had my save on the 360, and then I don't think I lived life for about 3 weeks. I just came in from work and I played relentlessly for a long time. I gradually got away from it because I think you do get to a point where you're sort of, your main character's maxed out, and then it's a very big chore to start again with new ones. I think my Paragon levels are like 677 or something, and I was like, I'm out. I'm done, and I've not put it back in since because I'm scared to.
Well, you pop it in and you're like, oh yeah, I'll play a couple. And then, 4 hours later.
Yeah, couple of rounds. No, wait, it's midnight. That's the answer in a nutshell.
Yeah, just a pile of filth staring at the screen going, what have I done? And then you pop in another game, and then you sit there and you're pushing the left thumbstick trying to roll around everywhere. You're like, wait, no, this isn't Diablo anymore.
There was I don't know if you paid attention to BlizzCon, but the 2.4 update is going to add new dungeons and new content, and it is coming to console at the same time as PC.
Oh, there you go, just what you need. More.
And it's a free update for all of those who still have it, /own it, /still play it, / are scared to play it. So it's all kind of
Just
led
give in. It's worth it.
It is worth it. We've all kind of led into today and probably next week a little bit. So today saw Tomb Raider come out, as we just spoke about, and it saw Fallout 4 come out, which we've alluded to as well. Can we take a deep breath in and go, this is going to consume all of us for quite a while?
I'm very afraid.
Or are we skeptical? Chunt, you're afraid. Why are you afraid?
Because, man. God. Sorry, Alana, you go.
I was just going to say I'm not, I've never played a Fallout game, and I initially wasn't very interested in this one, but it just seems to have so many, great RPG elements that, I think I'm going to be hooked, and I don't think it's going to win me over to, the rest of the franchise. I think I'm just going to love it and, play hours and hours and hours and hours of it just, as its own thing. So I'm looking forward to it, but I'm also scared of when I get it.
Well,
I know
I'm
that,
scared because...
that's it. That's my life then.
Well, yeah, exactly right. I'm afraid just because I've just gone through that with Assassin's Creed Syndicate. I pumped 5 hours into that game last night just because I wanted to finish as much as I could before today, because I knew Fallout was coming out. And I'm one of those people that I can only focus all my attention on one game at a time because I don't like juggling multiple games. It just breaks up the experience for me. So. I just flogged it last night, and I'm quite satisfied with my efforts. Poor choice of words. but,
I tried not to say anything.
You can see everybody's faces in the bottom of the screen trying.
The children.
Oh, gee whiz. Well, yeah, I don't know. It's just one of those. I lost a lot of time on Fallout 3 as well. I couldn't even finish it because I got lost. I didn't know where I was. So I just no, I can't do it anymore. I got a feeling it's gonna happen with this one.
It come free with your copy of Fallout 4.
Indeed, it does.
Which I discovered today when I took my game package. I thought, I thought that was only an online thing, but nope, it's included in the box. So Dan, are you considering Fallout? I've not really ever heard you speak too much of it.
Well, that's because Fallout 3 I gave up very quickly on that. It just wasn't the game for me. But this one shows features that I'm like, oh, that actually interests me. I'm like, oh no, don't fall into that trap. I mean, I'm only 20 hours into the freaking Witcher. What am I meant to do? My life.
Play RPG. What are you supposed to do with your life? Your life is a series of things in our games.
I'm like, I just want to be in. How can you be in so many open worlds? It just doesn't make sense. But yeah, so it's daunting. But as I said, I'm trying to catch up. So I'll talk to you about Fallout in 6 months. Yeah.
Yeah, and I know you said you don't traditionally flock to an RPG. We had a similar conversation around the time The Witcher came out, but you ended up picking that up. So you managed to play 20 hours of it.
Yeah, but that's because the combat in Witcher was a different type of challenging to other games, which I enjoyed the change of pace. But then Batman came out, and Chunt would agree with me. Like, you have to play through Batman.
Oh, yeah.
So I full-on RPGs are ones I don't generally flock to. So yeah, you won't hear me talking about it over the next month, I don't think.
What about you, Lauren? Where do you stand on Fallout? As I crush a fly in my hand.
I'm pretty much the same as Alana. I've never really paid attention to Fallout ever. You know, I played New Vegas for about 20 minutes and then got distracted by something. I don't know what. And then I just never picked it up again. But everyone's going on about it, so I thought Fallout 4 comes with Fallout 3.
Mm-hmm.
Might as well do it.
Yeah,
Splash the cash.
I played 3 briefly on PC because mods. Then back at E3 when all the hype was surrounding Fallout 4's coming, I think they maybe had New Vegas on Games with Gold, or I somehow acquired New Vegas on 360. And I played about 6 hours, and I was like, I can't stick this. I can't run. Like, there's no sprint button. Like, you're literally crawling through this wasteland. I was just like, this is nah. I couldn't stick with it, and it looked horrible. And everybody I spoke to was like, nah, play it on PC. You can upgrade the graphics. It's got mods. You can overhaul the EMB just like you could with Skyrim. Yeah. Never went back to it. But again, I got sucked in by the hype with it because it's never been something that I've spent a lot of time with. Skyrim, I played for hundreds of hours. It's in my favorite games of all time.
Hell yeah, man.
But that's what I mean. If they can get me invested the same way they did with Skyrim in a Fallout world, I'll be happy. I think I'd be quite impressed. Now, obviously, it's Fallout launch day, and there's at least 2 of us sat here waiting to play it. And Alana, you just started playing it, so we won't take up too much.
I started playing it on my boyfriend's computer. Like, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna run back and keep playing it after this.
Yeah, and Chun, you and I have got an install to do. I had to unplug my Xbox to plug 2 lights in, and I'm scared that I'm running too much electricity through one surge protector.
Well, I failed to multitask because I could have been installing Fallout 4 while I was doing my review of the Pip-Boy, but you know, hindsight's a bitch.
Yeah, you just got used to excited. So expectations, then, as a close point on the Fallout subject, there's been a lot of expectation and hype around it as being Game of the Year, being a contender for Game of the Year. We've seen coverage come out today, a little bit last night. There seems to be bugs, which is expected. It's a massively scripted, like the game's scripted, and if something bugs up in that, it's going to affect your game. They're going to need time to patch a lot of stuff out. It's open world. Like, it's not linear in the slightest.
All Bethesda games do that.
That's what I mean. It's Bethesda. We should expect it by now. Skyrim had the same problem. Both Fallout games had the same problem on last gen. Most of them didn't even run on PlayStation, and like they've got things to practice, right?
Just to clarify, just because it's Bethesda and they're known for doing that doesn't give them a get out of jail free card. It should just be ready. I'm sick of these patches and shit, man.
I agree wholeheartedly. They've had allegedly 7 years. The team have been working on a proper Fallout sequel. Yeah, I'm sorry, no. Which brings me to my question. Overhyped or right on point? Because it can't really be any better than the hype's living it up to be. Alana, we'll start you because you're at the left of my screen.
I think probably for like diehard fans of the series, it's going to be like every bit as good as they imagined and as the hype is. But for people like me and Lauren and maybe Dan, people who like actually pretty much for every one of us who aren't diehard fans, it's probably going to be overhyped and we're probably going to be a little bit let down. But I'm counting on it being just like a good RPG and not like an amazing sequel to the franchise.
Awesome. John?
Right. Okay. So I'm not a massive Fallout fan. I just enjoyed the shit out of it. But I do think the fan base is rampant, and they love that game. They love that franchise. There's always hype around people that are enthusiastic about what they enjoy. So I think the hype was contagious, and the anticipation was building for such a short amount of time. And it wasn't like drawn out over a couple of years or whatever when someone announces a game down, future down the road type stuff. So it was such a short amount of time to build the hype in, and it's just, I think that was a good move. But yeah, it might have been overhyped, but I mean, so what, man? I mean, get excited about stuff. Don't get too caught up in the, I shouldn't be getting hyped up about this because it might disappoint me. I mean, have fun. I do. Like if something doesn't turn out as good as I hoped or thought it was going to be, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not going to get too, beaten down about it. I'm still going to enjoy the crap out of it because I've been waiting for it for that long. But that's just me being optimistic about everything.
Cool. Seldom put. Good answer. And Dan?
Yeah, you stole my words, chunt.
Sorry, mate. Sorry.
Yeah. That's. I'm gonna say there's one group of people that will be happy will be Bethesda Publishing because they're going to make a crap load just by doing that, announcing it at E3, and then 5 months later, here's your game done. So there's all that anticipation, but I mean, the game's going to be what it's going to be, right? Like, there are people that are going to give Bethesda a giant pass for the bugs, and then there are people that are going to say it's shit because of all the bugs. So, and that's, I mean, is it overhyped? Probably a little bit, but it's that good thing like a GTA game where you get these games, every however many years. Like Fallout 3 was in 2009. That was 6 years ago. So get excited about it because it's probably going to be another 6 years before you get the next one.
Yeah, much of the same testament. Lauren, any hilarious witticisms for us?
Well, I have one thing to say about hype, and that's never forget Watch Dogs. That was that hype train. It wrecked. It wrecked bad.
Oh, I'd forgotten. Why did you have to remind me?
Fatalities everywhere. Just children were screaming and crying. It was horrible.
That's my concern with it as well. I mean, I want to love it, but there are things that are just not forgivable considering the time they've had to make the game. But like you said, it's Bethesda. They'll get a free pass. People love them for a lot of reasons, a lot of good reasons. And do you know what? If it's patched out in the space of a week or two, nobody's going to remember. It's if the issues persist. Like with Skyrim on the PlayStation 3, that game did not let you save in certain places and fucked people's save files up that were 70 hours into the game. Now, PlayStation players are not going to have the patience that, say, the PC race have had because they still support Skyrim and Fallout games now with new mods, with enhancements. They're the ones that I think that'll give the free pass. I think PlayStation players could get pissed off pretty quick. But yeah, we'll see what happens. And I think we probably all need to go play it. So rather than finishing with what have we been playing, because we all know what we're all going to play, and what we'd like to play, we'd covered at distance. But so quick one whip around, starting. We'll go backwards this time, so we'll go from Lauren. What have you been playing this week?
What? Sorry, what was that? You cut out. My internet is horrible.
What have you been playing this week?
What have I been playing?
Yep.
Black Ops. That's it. Black Ops all week. It's just been non-stop. It's horrible.
And Dan?
Yeah, 2K with a bit of Uncharted thrown in there.
Chum?
Halo 5 and Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Yes.
Alana? We don't even need to ask you. I know what you've been playing.
The Witcher 3. Yeah, no, you can always skip me in this. Like, a year from now, I will still be answering The Witcher, probably. I need to come to terms with that.
Good call. I haven't played very much this week. I played Black Ops from launch. Halo, me and Sean played a bit of Halo over the weekend.
Hell yeah.
That's been about it, and now I expect to be consumed by Fallout, hopefully for a while. And then we'll grab Tomb Raider at a later date because I just can't add it to the list of things to play at the moment. So
I've already got Tomb Raider. No.
yeah, good luck finding the time to play it, mate.
Oh, just rub it in, John. God.
Excellent. Well, that was very well organised for the first run at doing this. I quite like it as an alternate method to just do it in audio. We'll try and do another one next week, see how people are feeling about Fallout. They're playing Fallout. See how people are feeling about just life in general if they've not been playing it, because that's probably all we're really going to talk about. Wicked. Well, thank you for joining us, guys. I will catch you all soon.
All right. See
See
ya.
ya.
Bye.